The rather wide-spreading lime green tree behind me is a red mulberry, a native mulberry here in the Ozarks. You see a lot of mulberries, especially on the edges of towns and cities, that are Asian, but this is a native species here. And sort of unusual to have this umbrella shape to a tree. It's a double trunk, and it has suffered from ice storms and has numerous broken branches dangling, but it's hanging in there. The red mulberry makes a fruit that is relished by our animals, especially birds, and the humans use them as well. Mulberries were made into jams, jellies, pies, cobblers, etc. by the early pioneers, and there was actually a breeding program to improve our Native American red mulberries for their fruit for several years up in Illinois. Unfortunately, that has fallen by the wayside, but I know a couple of people that are still growing some of these old hybrids that make magnificent crops of edible fruit. The wood of the red mulberry is pretty interesting. It's rare to get a tree big enough to cut significant dimensional lumber out of here in Arkansas, but you do find them in the Ozarks, especially in valleys, up to 2 feet in diameter, sometimes 60, 80 feet tall. The wood, when it's milled and dried and planed, looks exactly like teak wood. It's a pale golden color and has the texture and grain of teak. It's reasonably hard. The sapwood is extremely resistant to decay, and so the early pioneers learned to use the heartwood of this tree with the sapwood split off for fence posts. This tree is in an interesting, bizarre, actually, plant family. Here in Arkansas, its first close cousin is the bodart tree, which is very unusual in many aspects as well. And it's also in the same family with marijuana.